Good evening, distinguished faculty, proud parents, and fellow graduates of 2024. I know you've listened to many speakers tonight, and you're probably eager to get to the food and music, so I'll keep it short. Today I stand before you to convey a few important thoughts, and I'd like to begin with a story. Let's go back in time to 1992, when a beautiful couple decided to get married and build a family together. A man and a woman from a middle-class background chose to face the hardships of life as a team. And like most married couples, the woman dreamt of becoming a mother. However, one day, she received devastating news. She couldn't give birth. At that moment, the young woman was heartbroken. Her dream, her purpose in life, was to have a child and watch them grow daily. But she didn't let despair take over. She decided to visit every hospital, try every medication, focus on her health, and do whatever it took to become a mother. She always stood up in the hard days and said, "I live, I exist, I'm going to fight back." This journey lasted 9 years. 9 years filled with tears, prayers, and countless hospital visits. And despite all her efforts, it seemed like everything was in vain. There was nothing left for her but to wait for a miracle to make up for the countless days she longed to hear the word mom. And then finally, the miracle happened. After 10 years, and exactly on the 2nd of August, 2001, I was born. And this was my mother's story, her suffering, her failure, and her ultimate success. Today, I want to take the moment to honor my hero, my greatest supporter, and the person whose story deserves to be heard the most. Mom, this is for you. Your resilience, your strength, and your love have shaped who I am today. And whenever everything goes wrong, you are the reason I stand up and say, I live, I exist, and I'm gonna fight back. And now, okay, let's move forward to 2021. And just like each and every graduate here today, joining TUM was a dream come true. Although I had started my studies at a university back home in Egypt, was a ranking student with multiple social activities, and was part of many friend groups, something just didn't feel right. There was still more to do. And that's when I decided that it was time to make a change. And there was this quote I really love. It says, "If you focus on what you left behind, you will never see what lies ahead." So I applied, got accepted, packed my bag, and left with many tears and goodbyes. On the 28th of September 2021, I got on a plane heading from Cairo to Munich with many, many hopes and dreams, yet with yearning and longing. I arrived thinking that I could succeed easily, get the best grades, surround myself with new friends, and integrate perfectly, just as I had done before. But I was crushed by the harsh reality. I could barely do my groceries at that time. Every trivial task was an uphill battle I had to engage in. Nothing made sense. Every lecture was a huge surprise. Every interaction with students was awkward, and every new day at the university was just highlighting how lost a student could be. The self-doubts I had were countless. I just felt I didn't fit in. But despite all these challenges, I wasn't a quitter. Quitting wasn't my thing. I always reminded myself that I was built for more. I can do more. And just like my mother, I stand up and say, I live, I exist, and I'm gonna fight back. And now let me share something with you. In the very same N1 building, where I used to tear up a bit after each and every lecture, I gave my first lecture 2 weeks ago. I also graduated in the top 15% of my class, had multiple internships in world-class companies, and traveled around a lot. But most importantly, I'm surrounded by many people whose presence I really love and appreciate. And now, one last thought for each and every abroad student hearing me out tonight. Today marks a significant milestone in your life, a moment you've all eagerly anticipated. As you stand on the cusp of a new journey, I'd like to share this with you. A friend once told me that although everyone can relate to the phrase "time flies," no one could ever understand its actual meaning. More than someone who has been far away from home. A year passes, a second passes, a third passes, and it still feels like you've only left home yesterday, as if time stood still and not a single day passed since you left. Then you go back home and notice that a lot has changed. All of a sudden, your parents are older, friends have moved on with their lives, and familiar places no longer feel the same. He reminded me of Miller's planet in Interstellar, where one tick, just 1.25 seconds, corresponds to one day on Earth. It struck me we've all been immersed in our studies, our struggles, our successes, and failures. Each of these moments has just felt like a tick, but in reality, it was many years of life. Although these moments might have been of great importance, I must admit they came at the highest costs. They came at the cost of missing out on countless memories with our loved ones, on weddings, birthdays, movie nights, moments of grief, moments of success, and family gatherings. It's all about time and how it tends to break the rules. It doesn't need extraordinary physical circumstances or an atomic watch to work differently. It just needs a tired soul taken away from where it belongs to break the laws. Our time here, away from the familiar comforts of home, has been filled with learning, maturing, and knowledge. However, it has also meant being away from family and friends. To my fellow graduates, as we move forward from today, let's remember that time is a precious commodity. The years we've spent here have made us who we are today, but they have also shown us the importance of cherishing every moment with those we love. Let's strive to balance our ambitions with the need to stay connected to those who matter most. Time may be relative, but love and support will always be the only things that transcend through time and space. To summarize my words, always remember to stay consistent and push beyond your limits. Remember that nothing is impossible. The word itself says impossible. And if the word decides to be cruel, stand up and say, I live, I exist, and I'm gonna fight back. Fellow graduates, and especially electrotechnic students, no matter what you're approaching in your upcoming years, I want to take the moment to say one final goodbye. Goodbye to online library bookings, goodbye to lectures at Karls von Linde, to Audimax exams, to rapid tests in the Mensa, to studying at the Icon, to sneaking into BWL study rooms, to each and every course we had, and especially Schaltungstheorie, to the 3G+, to the Pinakotheken parties, to the Fachschaft, to the Innenstadt campus, and to everything that shaped our special memories in the past 3 years. Thank you so much for having me today as a speaker. Thanks, Mom, Dad, and brother for everything. Many thanks to my friends and family, and especially Aya, Mo, Mustafa, for being here with me today. And CIT 2024, you are out, so make some noise.